Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, brother Jack Angry. Things keep improving for us here at the Monastery of Mayhem and with the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. We want to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos at 1123 Jackson Street in the Old Market here in Omaha. They are our newest sponsor, and we would like everybody to stop on down and say hi to Smitty and Lenny and the rest of the artists down there. Get a price on a tattoo, and next time you decide to have work done, be sure and visit Smitty and see what he can do for you. Now back to the show. Well, greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, brother Jack Angry, bringing you another edition of the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama from the Monastery of Mayhem, deep in the bowels of Omaha, Nebraska. And our guest today is Dedra, the
groupie corpse.
The groupie corpse, yes. So, Dedra, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing right now?
Well, I just got off an extensive tour with my absolute idol. I'm a rabid fiend for Rob Zombie, not to be confused with Rob the Zombie. Quit calling me dude, okay? I don't do charity. Anyway, yeah, so they love me. I'm the hottest zombie you've ever seen.
And you've been getting calls from Rob the Zombie? Is that the Rob the Zombie that works for us?
Yes. He tried to pass himself off as the real thing, and I'm like, look, dude, I'm with him right now, so I know you're not him.
Well, nice try, Rob, but, you know, them's the breaks. What can you say? But anyhow, so you've been on tour with Rob Zombie, and we understand that you've got a few projects of your own in the work right now. Why don't you tell us a little bit about them?
My local boys, 3D in Your Face, they are the premier Spade, Sniper, Hot Rod, Playboys. Love you guys. Anyway, they're my Metro Boys, the premier 80s rock band in the country. And they are going to be doing Dedra the Groupie Corpse song and video. Recently they had a CD just come out, so they're getting all that taken care of. Midnight Devils, love it. And they are going to be then getting to work on their new CD, and Dedra the Groupie Corpse will be featured song on that. Okay,
well, excellent. And you did let me take a peek at an advanced copy of the lyrics of that song. We can't go into it, but I love it. You know, I love it, absolutely love it. You know,
it's 80s debauchery at its best. It's, you know, a song that it was written by yours truly about my fun times I've had. And I rise from, as we say, from my knees to backstage stardom.
Well, yes, and you know, speaking of having been backstage at quite a few different events myself. Yeah, there's a lot of debauchery that goes on there, and I was a big fan of the 80s, you know, and I really miss that. I mean, gas was basically $1 a gallon.
Oh, yeah.
You know, $50 would actually buy something at the grocery store. Ronald Reagan was president, and, you know, and all that other good shit, you know. It was just a really great time, you know. Weed, coke, and mindless debauchery.
Sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Yes, there you go.
Not necessarily in that order, but yeah, definitely.
Well, and speaking of weed, I mean, it's like, I'm surprised that the whole damn state hasn't been depopulated since Colorado opened up its legal weed stores. I mean, I'm surprised they're not running over the border in droves. But I guess it's pretty expensive from what I've been reading in the old Weird Herald. I mean, I'm seeing like prices of $400, $500
That's
an ounce.
crazy. Oh my God.
Yeah, and I know that when they were buying it on the streets, it was going for a lot less. So, see what government does for you, people? You know, it's like, thank you, Obama. But anyway, so Dedra, you've got this project with 3D in Your Face. What else have you got going right now? what are you looking to get going?
Well, we're certainly looking forward to hanging with you guys.
Well,
and,
yes.
You know, definitely. It looks like we found our Rama home for the Metro. And as long as you're okay with it, we'll bring you around on a crazy trip.
We are absolutely thrilled. We are absolutely thrilled with it. You know, and remember Brother Jack's cardinal rules, people. Number one, it's always easier to ask for forgiveness than for permission. And two, friends don't let friends wear lab coats.
True that.
Redhead loser.
Anyway, yeah,
sorry.
We're really
bit congested.
We're really looking forward to this whole adventure together. You know, 3D in your face. They're every Friday night at 21st Saloon. Catch their show. You'll see why I personally picked them to do the song and the video, because they are all about the 80s rock scene, and yeah, they know how to breathe life into this old dead girl, that's for sure.
Well, yes, we got nothing but respect for Spade and the boys with 3D in your face. We've known them quite a while. They're really good friends of Inferna, our cougar from hell. They've actually been on the show, and we've hosted we hosted a Halloween costume contest for them last year, I believe. So, you know, great relationship with those guys. You know, way to go, and more power to them. Keep on rocking, guys. Dedra, yes, we definitely want you to be making many return visits here to the show. We will love having you. Can't wait till you can meet Inferna, Brother James, Tord, and the rest of the gang. Little bit of information to throw out now is, if anybody out there anybody who's paying attention to Facebook knows that the Groundhog Prom is coming up on February 1st.
Oh yeah, you were just telling me
about that.
Cool.
It's February 1st from 7 to 1 a.m. I believe. And the tickets are, you can go to the Sokol Auditorium and buy them directly, and you can find their website just by Googling Sokol, S-O-K-O-L Auditorium in Omaha, Nebraska. And you can go through like Ticketmaster and just about any other ticket outlet, I believe. Tickets are $10 the night of the show, of the event, and $8 in advance. So it's a really great deal, people.
Hell yeah.
The theme this year is "Come as Anybody I Wouldn't Want to Know." It's basically based on the
well, I can't come as myself then, because everyone wants to know me.
Well, that's it. But it's based on Snowden and the leaking of the information to WikiLeaks and all that. So you know, come as your favorite whistleblower, as it were. You know, and girls, come in as little as possible. You know, just Brother Jack just wants to throw that out there.
Hopefully it'll be warmer than it is today.
It's like, oh, I know this is horrible, this cold weather. I mean,
it's colder in the crypt. You know, I mean, my mausoleum where I live is pretty damn cold, but it's freaking cold outside.
Well, yeah, I was walking. I took Barnard out for a walk this morning, a quick one, you know, because you obviously don't want to take your pets out in this kind of weather if you can avoid it.
Outside.
Just take them out, let them do their business, and bring them right back in before they get too cold. You know, seeing the homeless trying to chip themselves off the fire hydrants, and you know, so I guess some wino tried to take a leak on a pole and promptly froze there. I mean, that was an interesting picture.
No, that's like
it's like that's a mental image.
No, I can't kick that out of me.
Yeah, it's like that's burned into my cortex. Thanks, Brother Jack.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Well, tonight's movie, if you are watching this on our Vimeo or indie horror outlets, is going to be HAXAN, Witchcraft Through the Ages.
Ooh, Witchcraft, my favorite.
Yes, this 1922 is a docudrama. It's done in 7 parts, and each part is a different photographic or style of telling it. Some will be in like very lecture-oriented with place cards and that sort of thing, and some will be in a more dramatic style using actual actors and state-of-the-art special effects for 1922, which involves, you know, electric lights and you know, things like that. But it's a really awesome film. It's part of the Criterion Collection, which spans some of the greatest film works, including stuff by Sam Peckinpah,
Ooh.
Arturo Kurosawa, big fan of the Seven Samurai. The stuff all the way up to, I believe there's even some Wes Craven in there, if I'm not mistaken. But so it covers a whole range of things.
Cool.
And if you've got Netflix, just do on the search, do Criterion Collection. You can take a look at all they've got. They've got a library of like 400 some films. So it's an excellent thing.
Sounds cool.
We're going to get back to the movie HAXAN, Witchcraft Through the Ages, here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Rama. And then we'll be back with Dedra, the groupie corpse, and she's going to tell us more about her adventures and what she's doing and more great things. So enjoy
rock till you drop.
And we'll see you at the break. Well, greetings, faithful followers. Welcome back. What do you think of HAXAN, Witchcraft Through the Ages? Wasn't that film scary?
Oh yeah, that was awesome. I can't wait to see the rest of it. I am so into witchcraft.
Yes, there was some really great scenes in that. The director of the film, his name escapes me at the moment, he actually interviewed about 2,000 people in the small village in Sweden where he was filming this, and several people actually had claimed to have face-to-face encounters with the devil. I've been compared to the devil on many occasions, and I don't recall meeting any Swedish people, but I'll have to check my calendar. One girl claimed that the devil appeared to her and made her an offer for her soul. She refused, and the person vanished in a cloud of smoke and sulfurous gas. So, you know, it's like the only gas I would imagine is whatever she was huffing at the time.
All special effects.
Yes,
all special
yes.
effects, I'm sure.
But anyway, Dedra, so what do you see in this being in the future for you right now? Where do you want to go from here? Obviously, you've got this thing with 3D going and your video and everything. Where do you want to take it?
Well, we're looking to, you know, like I said, we're going to do a video and shoot it for the actual song. So it's going to have to do with like 80s rock chick meets the future, and she, you know, she doesn't realize she's dead. You know, I'm well aware of that, but in the video, you know, she doesn't realize she's dead, so she wants to go party with live people at a concert one last time, and that's all I can tell you about right now. I'm sworn to secrecy by the guys.
Okay, well, that concept, I mean, that would almost be a great indie film. Have you thought of doing it as a film, or
wow,
maybe expanding it out? I know there's a number of local filmmakers who would probably jump on that chance.
Call me. I don't know. It just really, it's just been so cool to even have somebody like 3D and guys like yourself even want to have something to do with the whole idea. I mean, really, okay, I'll tell you the backstory on how it kind of all came to be. Like I said, I'm a rabid Rob Zombie fan. I was just throwing that out there yeah, Rob Forever, White Zombie, all that. But really, I was just saying I've been on tour with them. That really has not really happened, only in my wildest wet dreams. But anyway, how it all started was in the car with my mom, my dog Zombie in the back seat, and More Human Than Human came on the radio. So I cranked it up and I go, Mom, Rob Zombie is so hot. I would crawl on my hands and knees to smell where he peed. And we laughed like fools right then and there. We laughed so hard the dog was barking and everything. But that's basically how the concept started. It's like, really, back in the 80s, the whole groupie thing was so intense that there probably were groupies that would have crawled to smell where a rock star peed. I mean...
Well, yes. I mean,
you know,
there's several groupies have...
they probably still would.
Well, they've written books about it.
Right, like Connie Hamsey.
Exactly.
Connie who? Anyway, yeah, no, it's so that's kind of how her undead life was born. And after meeting 3D in your face and that, I thought, you know what? Why don't I write a song? And being a poet, you know, I've written music before. It just kind of all fell into place. And I went and auditioned it for Spade. And the rest, as they say, is history. So we're really looking forward to getting this kicked off. I think that it's going to be a great venture with the Angry Brothers. You know, the best schlock horror in the metro area.
Bar none.
And so I just look at it going nothing but up from here. Looking forward to doing some promotional stuff with you.
Excellent.
For you guys as well as for our music video.
Well, and you can look for us at the Groundhog Prom. We will be there, weather permitting, of course. You know, we won't have it be there in any official designation. Brother Jack will be just kind of wandering around, meeting and greeting people, along with Inferna and Dedra, hopefully.
Oh, yeah, I'll definitely.
Definitely, we want her along. We'll also try to bring Brother James and Lady Tord, have the whole crew there. We are also, you know, looking to, you know, if you've got an event that you'd like us to pub or like us to appear at, we were the MCs of IndieHorror.tv's Christmas Eve extravaganza. We showcased the works of like about half a dozen independent film directors, some of them local to Nebraska, and you know that was a rousing success. I believe the Indie Horror TV had its New Year's Janet J Day featuring Janet Decay, daughter of the Ghoul. Awesome. That was an excellent. That did excellently as well. So big kudos to Robert Poole with IndieHorror.tv. Now we're gonna get back to the movie here. HAXAN, Witchcraft Through the Ages, here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. And my guest is Dedra, the groupie corpse. So we'll be hearing more from Dedra here at the next break. So enjoy.
Keep those black candles burning.
Well, greetings, faithful followers. What did you think of HAXAN? I mean, wasn't that one of the more
spine tingling? I mean, I'm probably going to have nightmares, and that's saying a lot for me.
Well, I mean, it's like the only nightmares we'll have. It's like, oh my God, this movie was long. But anyway, it was actually a very well done movie. I mean, as I said, it is part of the Criterion Collection, and they don't have crap movies in there. I mean, just because you and I don't understand them, but doesn't mean they're not extremely well worth the merit. And hey, it was free. What the hell else are you going to watch at 1 a.m. on a Saturday morning here in Omaha? You're going to go out and watch the water on your driveway freeze? You know, it's like, come on. You know, it's free. We don't charge you to be in here, unlike that other guy. But anyway, you know. So I see Reggie's getting a little attention there.
What did you think about it, Reggie? So did I. He liked it.
Yes, I'm sure if Reggie had hands, he'd be giving 2 thumbs way up. So, Dedra, you know, since you are so well acquainted with the local music scene, what are your takes on local music here in Omaha? Good, bad, does it need work?
It definitely could use some work. I mean, of course, my premier band, 3D in Your Face, you know, heavy metal heroes that they are. They play every Friday at 21st Saloon. But, you know, as far as other bands in the area, it just seems like a lot of the clubs, they'll get certain bands and then they kind of like, they just wimp out or something. It's a big live music scene. I mean, the metro is huge. Let's get live music out there. DJs are fun once in a while for a wedding or something. But, you know, with all these great bands, I mean, there's heavy metal freaks like Visigoth. Then there's your great high energy cover bands like Hidden Agenda. You know, let's get these guys out there. They all have something unique to offer.
Well, we want to mention
great music.
Yes, definitely. We want to mention our friends, Bad Apple.
And Bad Apple. Hey, Frederick.
And we want to give a big congratulations to to the lead singer of Bad Apple. She recently got married, if I'm not mistaken, so we want to say congratulations to Anita Guerra, I'm sorry. You know, and her significant other. Much congrats, you know, best wishes to you both, and you know, keep on rocking. Fred, you know, our favorite bass player. You know, we're well acquainted with them. We're well acquainted with 3D in Your Face, The Fools, Mr. Sinister. You know, we've had several of those groups on the show. We would love to have more of them. Call us, people.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it's like...
I'd love to meet some of you guys.
And definitely, we want to do our bit for the local Omaha music scene, because Dedra's right. Omaha has a very vibrant music scene. It shouldn't just
very
be
eclectic.
This corporate, cookie-cutter noise that they pimp to the masses. Unless that's what you're into, of course. I mean, you know, obviously everybody's got a right to each his own, as it were. But corporate music to Brother Jack's opinion, is rather soulless, and it just doesn't have the flair that the live bands do, the local music, and you know, we definitely want to keep that in Omaha. You know, so we don't want to let corporate America dictate what we listen to and how we listen to it. So please, people, support your local bands. Come out and see them. I know it's cold tonight. It was cold last night. It was cold on Saturday night. But
it's winter. It's freaking cold out.
Yeah, exactly. It's winter in Nebraska. What were you expecting? Although the 70s last week. I mean, yeah, last week it was 70 degrees. So you go figure. Brother Jack's given up with it. You know, it is what it is. You know, but. Anyway, Dedra, so what do you look for in a band? I mean, what's your checklist as far as a band is concerned to get your seal of approval?
Well, the main thing is be true to yourselves. Anybody who is ever been around live music very much, you can tell if somebody's trying to like do a song because they think that's what the crowd wants to hear. They want to hear you do good stuff well. They don't, you know, it's not as much about the song as it is about putting all your heart into it.
Exactly, and it's like, and most bands don't want to hear requests for Freebird.
Yeah. Or Smoke on Water, you know.
Oh, they don't want to hear...
No.
They don't want to hear that, huh? But I like that guitar riff.
I know, everyone likes that, you know. For sure, but it's all about originality, and really, if you support your local music and the venues that have the bands, then they'll be able to keep getting them. They can't pay for a band if people aren't there supporting.
Well,
the venue.
Exactly, and you know, a really great club for that is Chrome with their open mic nights. There, and they've provided venues for some of the really great groups here in town. Dr. Jack's Drinkery, I know, is another club that has live bands, if I'm not mistaken.
And really, also, I like all genres of music. When it comes to the jazzy blues scene, there's also a open mic at Rusty Nail over on 144th and Pacific. That's every Thursday night. And, you know, you can hop around and go hear all kinds of good music and see a bunch of different local artists just kind of all getting together and jamming out.
Well, a really great local source for that is the Reader magazine.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Brother Jack has his issues with them. I mean, in some ways he does feel that they've sold out and gone corporate, but they're still a really great source for the local bands. You know, yeah. Brother Jack was a fan.
It's free.
Yeah, exactly, and it's free. Brother Jack was a fan of them back in the day when they were a little more funky, a little more underground. You know, it's you know, I kind of miss the escort ads in the back page.
You know, would.
Yes, it's like just to basically have something to look at. You know, never did any of them. Nope.
Sure.
Sorry. No, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But anyway, definitely support your local bands. You know, let's keep the scene in Omaha going. I was a fan of the 415 Club downtown when they were exclusively a jazz bar. I mean, it would be nothing. Brother Jack would have a hard day at work, stop in there for a martini, smoke a cigar, and when you could actually smoke in those places, and listen to some really great jazz and blues. You know, definitely puts a pep in your step when you walk out after doing that. You know, or hearing a really great band, you walk out just feeling like you've been totally recharged.
Yeah,
so.
That's it. You know, there's an energy there that even us dead girls can feel it, you know, and go see some live music.
All right, and Dedra, do you want to mention about your Facebook page so we can have more of our friends and followers getting in touch with you?
Sure. You can find a link to Dedra the Groupie Corpse on Facebook through the Angry Brothers. Come check out the other pictures I've got on there and any of the happenings. We'll be sure that, you know, we stay linked up so that you guys know when I'm going to be appearing with them, or if they're going to, you know, be coming to something that I'm going to be doing with the band and stuff like that. And so right now I'd like to officially ask you if you would make a guest spot in the video. I'm going to putting you on the spot here a little bit, but I'd love to have you do a guest spot in the video when we get ready to show.
Well, I would love to. I'd love to have, you know,
the whole crew. Yep.
We'd love to do that. We'd definitely love to do that.
We'll get you in there somehow, even if I have to write a new scene for you or something. But we'll get you on there.
Well, we'll
I'll take it in blood, dude. Signing it in blood.
Well, you know, considering as long as Brother Jack's been dead, you know, we might have to send out for someone else's blood.
No kidding, hey.
Yes, it's like, yeah, just don't have the juice anymore. You know,
well,
but yes, we would love to. I'm sure.
We'll call it blood or something.
Brother James Inferno, I know Inferno would be just stoked about it. So would Torrid. We would love to do that, and thank you for considering.
Awesome.
This, definitely.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to hanging with you guys for sure, and we'll have to get you guys to come over to the crypt sometime too.
Well, definitely. You know, and we will put a link to Dedra's Facebook page. That'll be that'll be at the end of this show. There'll be a link to it there. There'll be a link to it on our website, The Angry Brothers, our blogs, the Jack Angry Show blog and the Angry Brothers blog, and there'll be a link to it in the YouTube Vimeo pages as well. We're gonna pimp the hell out of her.
You are just gonna splash me everywhere.
Yeah, that's right. Well, we're gonna put you all over the place here in Omaha, without a doubt. So, this is Brother Jack saying, next week our movie is going to be the 1959 classic, and by classic I mean, you know, it's free. We downloaded it for free. It's public domain. So legal establishment, fuck you. We can run it if we want. The 1959 classic movie, The Killer Shrews, starring James Best. That'll be. Oh my God, yes,
James Best.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Roscoe P. Coltrane.
Yep, actually.
I can't wait to see that one.
Actually, James Best was his real name his birth name was Guy Jules. He was actually orphaned at like 3 years old.
I think I would have been changing my name to.
Well, he was adopted by a family whose last name was Best, and they renamed him as a 3-year-old child. They didn't like the name Guy.
Wow, whatever.
Yeah, it's them wacky French, you know. They didn't like the name Guy, so they renamed him James, gave him the last name Best, and that was how he was raised. And as you know, James Best is
trivia never knew.
Yes, it's like IMDb, gotta love it. James Best has had a very extensive film career, spanning like 5 decades, and he's still actively doing work. Another little bit of trivia. He runs a very prestigious acting school out of the off the campus of the University of Florida. And one of his students was actually Burt Reynolds. He did such a wonderful job with mentoring and training Burt that Burt gave him, when Burt was in his late 70s and early 80s movie phase, Cannonball Run, The End,
Smokey
the Bandit, and all of those movies. James Best was either involved in a directing capacity or an assistant director capacity or as a co-star, and sometimes he would just do cameos, and that was all at Burt Reynolds' request because they are such good friends. So that's all next week here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama, and we're going to have more from Dedra, the zombie, the groupie corpse.
Get it right.
Yes, it's like, or else Brother Jack gets a whipping.
Yeah, you will not get spanked, and that would be your punishment.
I don't get spanked? Damn. damn. Oh well, next week here on the Angry Brothers Omaha Shakarama. Enjoy. Keep America on top, y'all. Watch horror hosts, and remember, friends don't let friends wear lab coats.
Rock till you drop.
Greetings, faithful followers. This is your old pal, Brother Jack Angry, along with Inferno.
Hi.
And Sin. And we just wanted to take a moment to welcome our newest sponsor, Big Brain Tattoos in Omaha, Nebraska. Now they're located at 1123 Jackson Street, which is on the backside of the old market here in downtown Omaha. We hope you'll stop by and see Smitty, the owner, and Lenny and Jason, two of his best artists. And they will be happy to answer all of your questions and deal with whatever your tattoo needs are, whether you're just pricing a tattoo, you have a design, or you need a design. Lenny and his artists will be happy to draw that out and set it up to your satisfaction. And all of their work is backed by Smitty and his artists, so you'll never go away dissatisfied from Big Brain. So be sure and check him out and tell him the Angry Brothers sent you. And if you'd like to check his webpage out, it's www.bigbrainomaha.com.